war. And guess what they're using? They're using private contractors, man. So they're taking the American tax dollars. They're taking the NATO tax dollars, the people in those different NATO countries, and they're preparing for war, man. And guess who's going to suffer the brunt of war? The people, those citizens, man. So when this war breaks out, the citizens are going to get it the worst, man. Yep. So these people don't get it, man. So we out here to proclaim the word to our people, man, the elect that's going to understand what we're saying. The men that don't want to be a part of the mass delusion that's set out here in America, in the streets of America, man. Everybody wants to be entertained and enjoy themselves, man. But it's going to come a time where people are not going to be entertained no more. People are not going to be enjoying themselves, man. They're going to be trying to get something to eat, man, for them and their children, man. But it's in the scriptures. We just read that it said that children shall die of hunger. It's in the scriptures. It's been prophesied before, man. Keep on reading in Isaiah, bro.
It says, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart.
Now the ones that see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand, that's going to be the men of the Lord, the elect. Ultimately, that's going to be the saints of the Heavenly Father, man. That's going to be the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's going to be delivered out of the coming calamities, man. The Lord is going to protect them in that time of trouble, man. You got it.
And convert and be healed.
And convert and be healed, because ultimately you understanding this word, you're going to be converted and be healed, man. You know, this society's about to collapse, man. And people know it, man. People know it. You got guys like Rush Limbaugh. They talk about it. They talk about the right and the left, the delusion that's created in the society. How you got the liberals pushing these different homosexual agendas. All this is doing is set up to confuse the people, man. While the agenda is being pushed along, man. These different distractions, like that shooting in South Carolina, is meant to stir up tension between the races, man.
Yep.
Because it's always one talking head that's going to push that out, man. The elites of this society want that division, man.
Yep.
They want these race wars to come, man. We're not wrong for telling the people that a race war is coming. We're not wrong for telling the people that the elites of this society who control this society want that, man. Keep on reading, brother.
Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses without man.
Yeah, so it's going to come a time in America where the cities are going to be wasted, the houses are going to be desolate without inhabitants, man. Because when martial law comes, people are going to be taken out of their houses, man. It's going to be some type of crisis created in the society, just like a 9/11, but worse than a 9/11. Now you got you got ISIS coming out. You know, ISIS is so-called getting stronger. That's a rebranded package of the elites. What's
Taliban, Al-Qaeda,
the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, freedom fighters, so on and so forth, man. Which is coming out that ISIS is funded by the CIA and these different American-backed countries, man. So all of this is theater, man. These people are part of the mass delusion and the theater that's pushed up. Yep. That's why they...
Speak up.
Look at the man of how they arrested that white boy down in South Carolina.
Right.
They brought him out with a bulletproof vest over. But you look at how they arrested Freddie Gray and put it on the news. They in his back, he was completely fucked up. But they bring this white boy out like they was protecting him, like they was rubbing it in our face, like, yeah, this is how we do our people. But we gonna leave our people out there dead in the streets so y'all can see that shit.
They just locked somebody up the other day. It was a 15-year-old girl, even in Dallas, with the little girl, the police, putting her face all in the dirt and stuff like that. But they the police just locked up another girl. I think they broke her ribs or something like that, her jaw. So why they detain their people regular, they just walk out calm, you know what I'm saying?
It's never been no love for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans over here, man. All the so-called black man has to do is do some research the history, man. They got books out about it, man, about the different inner workings of the so-called white man, how he operates in his society, man, how he defrauds the people, how he corrupts. He's corrupt to his own people, man. How do you expect him to be upright and deal with a person of another nation, man? But keep on reading that, bro. In Isaiah.
and the land be utterly desolate. And the Lord had removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. But yet in it shall be a tenth, and it shall return, and shall be eaten as a teal tree, and as an oak.
Let's sit on that. Bring out the book of Obadiah.
Obadiah 1 and 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, same shall cover thee.
Yeah, and that violence against our brother Jacob is coming out, man. Violence was just committed against the children of Israel down there in South Carolina. I bet you all of them people didn't know that they were Israelites, man. Well, they ran across it, but they didn't accept it. And that was the work of the Lord that happened, man. Because the scriptures say the Lord killeth and he maketh alive. They was just used as an example, man. Just like many of our people are going to be made examples in these coming days, man. That's nothing compared to what's going to come, man. It's going to be mass atrocities committed in the streets of America.
And thou shalt be cut off forever. And the day that thou stoodest on the side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates.
Yeah, that's going into the time of our calamity, man. When the Babylonians came in, man. Was Esau not Jacob's brother, man? Why did the fleeing Israelites that ran over into Edom, why weren't they taken care of, man? So we've had history against these so-called white people. We've had bad blood since the beginning of time, man. Since the womb, man. Since Rebecca's womb, man.
You know? And foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was as one of them.
Even thou was one of them, man. Any nation that rose up against the nation of Israel to take them down, these so-called white people were right along. Back during the time of the Greeks, back during the time of the Babylonians, all these nations, that's why we say to hell with these nations, man. Every nation outside of the nation of Israel, man. To hell with them, man. Because they were a confederate to take us down through history, man.
Yeah. What's that?
If you research the history.
Well, Salakia, it was verse 7.
Verse 7?
Yeah, Salakia.
Yeah, you just said that too.
Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Yeah, that's going into your third world war, man. These different nations that you have made alliances with, had treaties with, man. Basically, it was mentioned that a 1997 treaty was violated with them putting weapons in Eastern Europe, man. Because the United States, NATO is not supposed to put weapons in Eastern Europe. That's a direct threat to the Russian government, to the Russian Federation, man.
Yeah, he made that, who was that, Bush Sr.? It was either Reagan or Bush Sr. They made that agreement with Gorbachev that they wouldn't take basically the scraps of the USSR, with the one that divided, you know, with the Berlin Wall and everything. You know, they wouldn't take those old USSR countries and make and convert them into NATO countries, make them NATO alliances, pretty much. You know, but they violated that left and right, man.
Yeah, and in response to that, Russia is talking about creating 40 new ICBM missiles, man.
Right. Yep.
They're currently in the arms race also with America to try to get as many tanks and stock up on as many weapons as they can, because they're gearing up for war. You know, Russia is gearing up for war with America. So that's one of the reasons, because you said that they're trying to get the ICBMs. You know, they trying to stock up on all this stuff. So, because they know that once the society, what the sanctions and stuff like that, America ain't going to continue to try to sanction them, you know, because they mad at them for pulling out, you know what I'm saying? So with Russia, they see that America is full of shit, so they got to stock up on that stuff to get ready for when America do come with that bullcrap.
Yeah, this is nothing but a replay of Germany in 1933, prior to them going into Poland. You know, it's nothing but a replay of that, man. And it's slowly but surely progressing into the next war, man. See, y'all don't realize that another war is coming, man. And a lot of you so-called white men are gonna be in it, man. And you ain't gonna make it back.
Hispanics too, man, whatever the hell you are.
You know? See, this is more than calling the so-called white man the devil, man. We know that he is the devil, man. But he's going down just like a devil, man. He's going down, man. It's a damn shame that the majority of our people can't see it, man.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Yeah, all of those Middle Eastern countries that you put taxpayer dollars into, man, all that money was wasted, man. Because those different nations like Yemen, like Saudi Arabia, them people looking to topple those different governments, man. Them oppressive regimes, so to speak. See, here it is, Saddam Hussein killed his own people. But you backing governments that killed their own people too, man.
Yeah, they put Mohammed Morsi to death.
Mohammed Morsi?
They put him, either they put him to death or they put
him in jail. They put him in jail in Egypt.
Nah, yeah. But it's like a couple days ago. Like 2 days ago, they put Mohammed Morsi to death, man. You know, because he didn't comply with America at the end of the day. You know, he backed out of his little agreement, or whatever the case is. You know,
all these nations know that they set up a dictator, they use him, they ride him, and then they kill him.
Yeah.
Just like they did in South America, man.
Yup.
They killed a lot of dictators. They set up a lot of dictators. The government has committed a lot of atrocities against these different countries, man.
Yeah. Right. That's why the scripture just said all the men that have been confederacy had turned against thee, man. They laid bread and was a wound under them, man. You know, even though they sitting there, they siding with America, and it looks like, because everybody talks shit. Somebody came by it, man. These people, they talk shit about America's military. The only reason y'all talk shit about America's military because y'all know y'all got NATO, y'all got these other countries to back you, man. Nobody talk shit. Nobody will boast on America's military if you knew all these other countries would come up against them. They talk about big bad America because everybody sided with you after World War II. When everybody realized you had the big bomb, you had the atom bomb, and that's why everybody was like, you know what, we might as well get down with them. You know? You had
that strong Federal Reserve note to let these other European countries borrow money from you, man, to rebuild back Europe up, man. That's why America was so big, man. Because they had that strengthened dollar, man, after they collapsed that stock market in 1929, man.
Right. That goes back to that bread.
Gold, man.
Salah, that's go back to that bread. That bread, but there's a wound under there laid for you, man. It's ain't nothing but a trap. It's like you go to eat. It's like a bear trap, you know, or a rat trap, if you will. There's a piece of cheese there, but then you go to get the cheese and you getting snatched the hell up. You know, that's what it is. That's what the Federal Reserve note is. You know, the whole system of America, America's ideology ain't nothing but witchcraft, man. That's why it's witchcraft, man. Because the dollar ain't really shit. You know. America's military is a bunch of fluff, man. Y'all people sit here and really think America's military is going to defend you from all these other countries? But people say certainly not, but what's your defense? They don't stand strong. You know? Everybody got something to say, but nothing to back. That's a woman for you, though. You know? Like a Baloo. Baloo always got something to say, but then he don't got no solution. You know?
America's run by the spirit of the Queen of Heaven, man.
Yeah.
It's just like Judge Joe Brown says, protecting womanhood and promoting manhood. That's his favorite saying, man. You see what happened to him, man.
Right.
Bring that up,
Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Yeah, the majority of these people are going to be cut off in the iniquity of Babylon, like the brother was going into, the Federal Reserve System, which is witchcraft, the corruption, the iniquity, the homosexuality. Being a part of this mass delusion is how the majority of these people are going to be cut off in that iniquity, man. The mass delusion of homosexuality, transgenderism, freakinism, man. Freakism. That's the mass delusion that's pushed upon these people, man. That's why they look at us like we crazy.
Yeah. Free thinkers. A lot of you are free thinkers, right?
Here it is. People ain't in danger. Their lives are in danger, man. And they look at us, like we're crazy for coming out here and saying it, man.
Yeah.
That's why we say to hell with the majority of the people, man. We only out here for the elect, man.
Yup.
We out here to work out our own salvation, man. Because we're part of the Lord's army, man. You know?
Yeah, a lot of you people are free thinkers, but you gonna pay for your thoughts, man. You know?
Yeah, do your thoughts have substance to get you up out of a time of trouble, man?
Right.
Now give me Psalm 50. Hold that. Give me Psalm 50 real quick. I think it's around the 8th chapter.
8th verse?
Yeah, the 8th verse. I'm sorry.
That's the saints. Well, Psalms 55 is the saints.
Because you said something about the free thinkers and stuff like that, right? Like when this time goes down, they're gonna be trying to search for the answers. You know, they're gonna be trying to search for the people that, hey, what you got to say about it? You know, like Baloo, all these other camps, you know, that's not going to the prophecy. Once that calamity hit America full fledged, they're gonna be trying to search for what's to come next. You know, or what to do next.
Started one.
Psalms 50 and 1.
Psalms 50 and 1. The mighty power, even Yahweh, have spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof.
Yeah, the Lord have spoken, man. Well, how has he spoken? Well, first of all, he's spoken through the scriptures, through the prophets, man. And then we come out here and we speak these words according to the prophecies, man. According to the words of the Lord, man. To tell people what's to come, man. That terrible times are coming to the streets of America, man. You know? Keep reading, bro.
Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High have shined. Our power shall come and shall not keep silence.
Yeah, he's going to come and he's not going to keep silence. For all the wickedness that's done in this place, for all the treacheries, the oppression of our people, man. And the scriptures talk about the watchmen shall not keep silence, man. Get that. Listen, Isaiah 53, 56, so keep on reading.
Our power shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him.
Yeah, the scriptures say a fire shall devour before him, man. You know, we're talking about that nuclear fire, man. And that day, it's not going to be no smiling. It's not going to be no joy. It's going to be fear, man. And that day, like what's keep on saying, it's for an appointed time, man. That time is for an appointed time, man. And that's why the Lord has us out here by faith, man. Because we believe that at an appointed time, America's going to be destroyed, as well as all of these other places that nuclear missiles are shot, man. Because this third world war is going to be nuclear, man. Now, this guy, you have a lot of people in the know, man. A lot of people in the high parts of government that say if there's a third world war, that nuclear missiles are going to be used, man. So we're not the only one that say that, man. We just know according to the scriptures, man. The elites know too, man. Because the elites read the scriptures day and night, man. That's why it's the job of the elites to get these people as far away from the scriptures as they can. That's why they set up guys like Polite in this black consciousness movement. You set up guys like General Yohana and all of these other fringe Israelite groups to distort the true reality of the scriptures, man.
I got that for you. Isaiah 52 and 8. The watchman shall lift up his voice. Lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing. For they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring against Zion.
Well, that's talking about the elect ultimately. Give me Isaiah 62 and 6. That's But that was a good one, man. Because the watchmen, which are the men of the Lord, man, they're going to see eye to eye when the Lord bring forth these prophecies, which we come out here to declare, man. When we finally see it come to pass, Lord's willing, we those men, hey, we're going to rejoice in the Lord that day, man. And we're going to talk about the wickedness of these people. You know, we're going to talk about how ignorant they were for not listening to the Lord, man, and the calamity that befell them, man, in that time, man. We're going to talk about these people, man. Everybody that didn't want to get right with the Lord, man. You know, because they're going to be crying in that day, man. majority of these people, when this society collapses, they're gonna be crying, man.